What's going on, everybody? Another Friday night at Churchill Smoke Shop. And, of course, another episode of Good Brothers Community Podcast. Got my right-hand man, my partner in crime, Mr. P. Powell to the third power.
What's
Mr.
going
Prince
on?
Powell the third.
What's
And
going
also
on?
the general, the head scam, man. Mr.
All right,
Abraham
good evening.
Brownfield. Fellas,
All right.
it's
Man,
Friday.
this is Friday. That's right. It is Friday. Had all sorts of technical difficulties. Got me running around like a chicken with my head cut off. That's why I'm in the man cave today, doing the show from here. Computer was dead from the jump. But, today's smoke is going to be the GTO Gold, Connecticut rapper, Dominican long film. Abe would tell you this was one of the ones I used to always smoke in the morning because it's more of a medium to mild smoke. You start your day off with a good GTO Gold and get you started all the way around. What you guys smoking today?
I have a Gorilla Finger from Ralph Cigars out of Chicago, Illinois, with some of the best infused cigars around. It is a Maduro Nicaraguan filler. It is probably one of the best infused cigars I've had. I mean, hey, shout out to Ralph Cigars, Chicago.
That's right. You was in Chicago all last week, right?
Oh yeah, all last weekend. Yeah.
Good Brother Podcast on the road.
Oh yeah.
What you smoking today? What you smoking today, Scout?
I got a Nica Rustica El Brujito by Drew Estates. It's a Connecticut broadleaf, which it differs from the Connecticut shade that, the broadleaf is actually quite dark. And you see a lot of the broadleaf being used, instead of what they would call the Maduro or whatever. But the broadleaf is usually a medium to medium pull in its flavor texture.
Good deal. Well, guys, a couple of shows ago, we talked a little bit about the two brothers that were tortured in Rankin County. We had a little update this week. You can watch a little video we might post right here.
A 6-month investigation of the torture of Michael Jenkins and Eddie Parker has led 6 ex-law enforcement officers to plead guilty on civil rights violations and obstruction of justice.
Abusive law enforcement officers will not be tolerated in any of our communities, and we will pursue justice and accountability whenever and wherever police misconduct rears its ugly head.
Former law enforcement officers Brett Morris McAlpin, Jeffrey Middleton, Christian Dedman, Hunter Elward, Daniel Updike, and Joshua Hartfield from the Rankin County Sheriff's Office and an ex-Richland police officer pled guilty Thursday morning in the torture and beating of Eddie Parker and Michael Jenkins, who was shot in the mouth. All 6 are charged with aggravated assault, home invasion, obstruction of justice, hindering prosecution in the first degree, and conspiracy to commit obstruction of justice, hinder prosecution. Federal officials said the former lawmen who called themselves the Goon Squad not only brutalized the 2 men, but they also tried to cover it up by planting evidence and lying to investigators about what happened.
They appear to be 6 of the dumbest cops in the history of Mississippi. This was a criminal plan orchestrated that the bottom fell out of it. These guys couldn't put a criminal act together if they tried to, and it's probably based on their education.
According to court documents, the former law enforcement officers used stun guns on the 2 men, waterboarded them before shooting Jenkins in the mouth and leaving him on the floor to bleed with no medical treatment. Rankin County Sheriff Brian Bailey says the officers lied to him, and he is disgusted in disbelief of their behavior.
I'm sick to my stomach. I work, and I have 115 other deputies that do a good job. I've tried to build a reputation here, tried to have a safe county, and they have robbed me of all of this. By the actions of these few. This is a perfect example of why people don't trust the police. And never in my life did I think it would happen at this department.
Bailey continued to say that he will not resign, and he apologizes to the victims and their families.
I apologize to the victims, to the citizens of this county, and I promise you I'm going to do my best to fix it.
Bailey also says he plans to bring in an FBI firm to help review proper training along with other revisions. The sentencing for those men will be held in November. For now, I'm live in Jackson. Kennedy Cooper, 16, WABT News.
But after you see all that, we got some word today that all 6 officers pled guilty to the charges of torture. What do you guys think that means? Because these are federal charges. They pled guilty to federal charges. We still to see state charges yet.
It means that they were fearful of the potential full brunt of the prosecution. I'm sure the federal prosecutors laid out exactly how much time was going to go along with each of the charges, and in order to save themselves some time and to go ahead on with their lives, they accepted probably a much milder sentence, but I'm sure it's still quite harsh.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I was kind of surprised all 6 pled guilty, but it's like we talked about before. That shooting the guy in the mouth and when they laid out, there's really no defense. They didn't even have a warrant. There's really no defense, really. So I agree with you, Scott. What you think about that, Chad?
First of all, they had a plan to try to cover it up.
They say the feds roll in, huh?
Yeah, that's gonna have a drop gun and plant that weapon on them and everything, and they had a plan. According to one report, they had met on someone's porch and they found a hard drive detailing what process they were going to take place for them to try to cover this up. Oh yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know that. And I guess it just went awry on them, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Abe said, let me go ahead and cut my losses now, because you're going to court to try to prove, your innocence or something like that. Knowing you're guilty, you're gonna get the fullest extent plus of the law. Yeah,
well, hopefully now let's see what this lawsuit brings, because it's $400 million. That's more insurance. That's more than the insurance of the county would cover. So let's see what they, how they end up selling that part. I hear one of the brothers say he's leaving Mississippi. He don't even want to be here no more.
Can you blame him?
No, I really can't. You really can't. He that's one of the ones that came to the shop that the head scout was talking about, and sat down, and he's pretty much done here. But guys, in the news today, let's hit on this Lizzo thing. I would leave it. Scout, you go ahead, you can open it up and let us know some of the crazy accusations surrounding Lizzo this week.
Okay, well, it seems that our friend Lizzo has been involved in some extracurricular activity with some of her supporting cast, and it's alleged that she had subjected them to different I don't want to say torture, but it was certain acts that involved bananas that had passed along the drawings of a prostitute, and also the staff and the people involved say that she discriminated based on size, and
that's amazing.
And also, you would think Lizzo wouldn't shame people's bodies or whatever, but it's a significant discrimination part to what the allegations have been brought forward.
Well,
wait a minute now. Wait a minute. They playing with bananas, you ain't cutting them up and put them in on Frosted Flakes. What? Man, and who the hell Lizzo to talk about anybody?
Exactly. But they call it Hollywood for a reason.
Look, hey, this is the most actually I'm gonna say about Lizzo for the rest of the year. But it's very weird. I would never expect anything to come out of her camp like that.
Yeah, especially she's supposed to be in the picture of what's they call that body positivity. She was like the
body positivity, yes.
Except with self-acceptance, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what you want to call it, man.
Well, they call it body positive. Not putting the labels or assessing any type of quantitative qualities to people's bodies. I think it's a good thing. The first time I really saw it in full view was Dove did a commercial, and they had women of all body types, all skin tones,
Right.
and I thought it was nicely done. You know, and lately there have been other attempts to show diversity and body positivity. One of the tampon companies, they had a ad, you know, and they had a diverse group of women, doing yoga, taking walks, dancing and
Right.
stuff. They're showing that how it's all kind of women make the world. But
That's fair. That's fair. But but
I mean, yeah, that's good stuff.
Lizzo been doing weird shit a long time though. Let's be honest. Because I mean, you remember she was like eating a sandwich or something on the toilet on live or something. Something she was doing. She been doing weird stuff a long time, but people overlooked. And she had a song about a year ago. One of her little rap breaks in one of her songs where she talked about people trying to sue her.
Had to cut some hoes loose, yeah. Indy ain't no loose lips. Now them hoes trying to sue me. Bitch, I don't give two shits.
I mean, this stuff was this ain't nothing new. It just finally some people decided to buck up and make it public and put it all out there.
But this narcissistic behavior, right?
Yeah.
It's narcissistic behavior, man. I and that's the part that saddens me most is because she feels like her behavior is acceptable.
Right. Yeah.
And now she's, oh, woe is me. Nah, you wrong. You foul.
Yeah, that's what she do. She get on 1 week, she's talking about, she wears something that she shouldn't be wearing, and she'll say, hey, this is my body, I love it. Then next week she's on TikTok crying about why people saying mean stuff to me.
You know what she need? She need to go to Tallahatchie County. Oh, all that too. To Rocky Branch and Beach Church. Where my mother will go outside, get one of them switches out off that bush and get her ass whooped. That's all it is. She did get her ass whooped.
You remember when she wore that crotchless thing to the Laker game?
Well, it was not it might have been crotchless, but it was the cheeks were out.
Yeah.
It was kind of like how they will wear the chaps with the with the derriere out.
Yeah,
cheeks were out, and then it was touching the seating. Yeah, I think that was the main thing he was saying. You sitting on seat where other people gotta sit. Your booty out. Come on.
Coochie might be leaking, man. I don't want to sit like that, man.
Hey, it leaking. I mean, that's just the function of the human body. They say a person flatulates sometimes 30 to 50 times a day. So, and this not even the sound off stuff. This is just normal process of your digestive system. So she's flatulating and there's nothing to catch it. That's not a good thing.
My salad just turned out
earlier. Hey, Chad, I don't even want my Jello anymore.
I don't blame you. I don't even want it either.
But she know better. Nobody want to see that. But
it's not about that, Preston. It's about common decency.
Yeah.
And I would say the same thing if it was Sofia Vergara, if it was any of people that have the Sports Illustrated type swimsuit bodies, if they had their cheeks out at a Lakers game, I would think that's a problem. I think that, that's not the appropriate attire. That's
I agree.
Attire. That's hot tub attire.
Right.
That's not the forum attire.
And so I'm waiting to see what's gonna be the response of her her big backers because remember when she got mad because who was this? Was it Chris Evans or one of them wouldn't return a text because she wanted to go out with him or something like that? It was something crazy like that, and the person never responded, which is smart because he didn't want to get caught up in this cancel culture and stuff like that. But come on, man, everybody gotta know your space, man. You gotta know your space.
I probably won't text her back either because I don't think me and Lizzo can do eat a bucket of chicken and share some biscuits. What we gonna do?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, yeah.
That's an actor. You know, he played in on one of the super.
Yeah,
what are
Captain
they,
America. Captain America.
yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah.
That's like me texting Sanaa Lathan. You know, I have no business. She had no business in that man inbox. I
You're
mean,
right.
no big.
Right. But it's Lizzo, so what can you say? You can't say what everybody really think or feel because hey, body positivity.
Ain't nothing wrong with shooting your shot.
Right.
Shoot your shot. You know, just that, when you don't score, don't get mad.
There you go.
And she likes to get mad.
And that's the big problem. It's like the man. Then, but that's why I say now you come out with all this weird stuff. Like, come on now. That brings a lot. That brings a lot to the table. But like I said earlier, it's Hollywood. You don't want to put it past anybody who get caught up in that lifestyle. You find more and more of the more level-headed actors and actresses. They're finding their space and they participate in Hollywood when they're making their films and stuff like that. But they try to find their existence somewhere else. I mean, I know several at home in New Orleans, several actors and actresses that New Orleans is their home. They said that, and that's, that in itself is something because it's wild and crazy down there, but they'd rather be there than in Hollywood, California, around all that. So that's something there. But Chad, one more thing we wanted to hit on tonight is my man, we talked about it last week about possibly Ashley going to Prairie View, but it turns out Jackson State stepped up and looked like Ashley's staying home, staying at Jackson State.
Jackson State University Vice President and Athletics Director Ashley Robinson, they've made the decision to stay at the school. The announcement was made by Jackson State Acting President Elaine Hayes. Anthony, earlier this morning, Robinson said he wants to further enhance the vision and prominence of the university's athletics program. Robinson also announced the return of men's and women's golf at the school today.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw the announcement with Dr. Elaine Hayes Anthony. And he said, I ain't really left. But that's what I'm talking about. Why do all this talking?
Right.
No facts. It's baseless. You trying to create a bogus platform to be seen and heard. But just be quiet.
Well, I remember you said that last week. It was like, just hold on.
Right.
So, yeah, you're right about that.
Because think about it. Think about what's coming down the pipe. More funds. We're raising more funds than we've ever raised before.
Right.
We're continuously garnering more research funds for the institution. So what else is there? And besides continue to grow?
And he built this thing here. I mean, he's actually built it. We talked about it last week. We talked about from the Deion Sanders hire, bringing that national attention, to the women's basketball hire, to just bringing Mo back home, Mo Williams, who's an Alabama great, NBA champion, in a firm in Murrah High School. Hey, he went to the high school you and my sons went to, Murrah High School. And
also Tamika Reed, the basketball coach, is a Murrah alum as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Kind of a Murrah connection,
Yeah.
Some might go have a question about that. But it is what
I
it is.
don't. My Provine connects on the football team.
What TC went to Provine?
Nah, Coach Odie, the associate head coach.
Oh, okay. Good
Coach
deal,
Odie
good
Provine.
deal, good deal.
I coached him. I was his O-line coach.
Oh man, good deal. But I'm glad to see Ashley staying, man. I mean, he's really done something special here. Even like when people started to talk. But one thing I liked about this time, it wasn't like it was when Prime left. I heard more people online saying, hey man, be grateful for what he's done for us. Be grateful for what he's done for us. And I think that's just a lesson learned from all the fiasco that went on when Prime left.
Right. And I agree with that, Preston, man, because, Ashley's the centerpiece, what I'm saying, of this thing. A vital part of what's to come.
Right.
And I'm very excited to see what's to come. And shout out to TC Taylor because he's been quietly flying up under the radar.
Right.
Trying to navigate through this thing and put a product on the field that all of us can be proud of.
And one thing I would like to add, they say wasn't the same type of language being used when the rumor about Mr. Robinson leaving. Anyway, let's think about it. Well, Mr. Robinson was kind of part of the smear campaign against Coach Bryant. He kind of put some things in motion, and he didn't. He could have really kind of got and corralled everybody up to like, oh no, we're not going to bash, man.
I would tell you this. This is from some inside information on that. He wasn't part of that. What happened was we had a certain person in Chuckle. Chad, remember we did an interview with the pregame show that the other people were making him do certain things.
Right.
And that forced that's why you notice he didn't comment a lot. And that's one of the things. This is the crazy part about it. From what I just to talk, that's one of the things people were fearful when he got the offer for Prairie View. They were fearful that all that went on, that he would be still holding some type of grudge how all that went down. With Prime, that's his marquee hire of his career. That's the thing. That's the thing that that's his mark. I mean, no matter what Prime go, no matter what Prime do, Ashley Robinson gave him his first job.
True. Yeah.
So no matter what he do, that's he can be anywhere in the world. Ashley can turn around and say, "Yeah, I gave him his first chance." Jackson State can say the same thing.
Yeah. So that being said, so what do you think Eddie Robinson goes from here with the program? Like, what are some things that you feel that Jackson State can do going forward to help even ascend the program even higher?
I think continue on the path that they've been doing. From my outside looking in, is raising the money. He raising money to improve the facilities. I mean, right now, I think they got the best facilities in the SWAC. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, other than that, well, see, here's the thing. And the reason that I heard that Prairie View was going after them, they said Prairie View was about to spend $200 million on facilities.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one of the reasons that I heard they were targeting him.
Let me tell you something. Prairie View, their visiting locker room, the man cave was bigger than the visitors' locker room.
It is, right?
If you fought, everybody gonna die. Like, it was just that bad. We got dressed. Matter of fact, we got dressed in the same place they play their basketball games at.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they come a long way. Shout out to Prairie View, man. Look, their facilities now are some of the best around.
That's why I was trying to wonder is them and Alabama State. Don't they have some new facilities too, don't they? I'm trying to
Alabama State and Southern too.
Yeah, they got new facilities. So, but Jackson State still with the new practice field and some of the things they've done in that new locker room. I don't think anybody got a better locker room.
The indoor practice facility coming to as well.
Yeah, so I think that's probably with from AD Robinson, you wanna improve, keep improving the facilities, and then work hand in hand with Mo going into men's basketball.
Right,
because you think about it, sports wise, the only one that hadn't risen to that championship level is men's basketball because this is his first year.
Right.
First full year. So that's what you're looking for right now. So
hey, chicken and rice.
One that you can look at like that he's still waiting to take that next step.
Right.
But that's what I see. What you think, Scott?
Yeah, as far as the future, I believe the path that he has taken so far, has been good. With building the relationship with the community, and impressing upon them how important their support is, and also soliciting the support, and also building a brand that people could be proud of.
Yeah,
right.
He's doing that. He's doing that.
Wow.
And that we wish him luck. I mean, it's about that time. TC and them lace it up. That's what everybody waiting to see.
Oh yeah.
What's going to be like the post-prime era? hopefully, throughout the process of the season, we'll have, some of the coaches come on and because linebacker coach, you probably be in here tonight grabbing a smoke, something like that. So hopefully we get this thing started. We get to see what it's gonna be. What's going on, lady? He's still a lighter. Huh? Who?
Only on the hill, I tell you.
Joe. Oh, she found a lighter. Somebody, but we had to fight up here. So somebody walked off with a lighter. Chuck put me
Coming back in the
pocket.
game, or
That happens all the time. All the time. But guys, you ain't got nothing else. As Chad always say, get in the comment section. Let us know what you think about, the 6 officers in Rankin County pleading guilty to torture brothers. And what do y'all think about this Lizzo Hollywood scenario? To me, she's been weird a long time, so none of that's surprising to me. Or Eddie Robinson staying in Jackson State. Get in the comment section and let us know. Always remember to, like, subscribe to the Good Brothers channel. Chad, you got anything before we get out of here?
Hey, man, this girl beside me smell like hot honey apple butter, and it smell good.
What you got here, Scott?
yeah, like you said, like, share, and hit the bell so you can get the updates when they come in. I'm waiting on the updates. I would love to see some comments come in because, I have nothing but time. So if you want to talk about something, you don't have to come to Church Hill and, harass Preston on Thursday and Friday. So you can put it out there, and I'll tell you exactly what's up.
And here's the crazy thing, but that's what I was telling y'all earlier. You got people they watch the show, but it's the lady. Abe, you was here for the fight, weren't you? Abe, you was here for the fight last week. Were you here for the fight? I can't remember.
Yeah, I was here.
The lady was sitting next to me. She's like, "Yeah, I want to come on with you guys." She said, "Watch it, but I don't want to comment because I don't want to, I don't know why we were afraid of that, but I get it. You scared you might say something and, same thing like people getting on camera, I guess. They'll call you, like, tell you about a show, but they won't write it in the comment section. That's
right.
It is what it is. But like the Scout said, get in there, let's have a discussion. With that being said, y'all enjoy your Fridays. Get your smoke. GTO Gold is always a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Cocktail and enjoy your weekend.
Y'all be good, be safe, be great.
All right, we holler at y'all later.